everybody, Moonbase Alpha, thanks for watching. So what you're looking at here is my concealed carry belt, and this is going to be kind of a reply to Lucky Gunner. I just saw that Chris over there at Lucky Gunner had just put out a video about his concealed carry experience with belts. And, you know, in case he's looking for a good belt, this is the one that I would recommend. It's a Magpul Tejas El Original. Now, I have actually owned one of those trackline belts. You know, he showed one off, and it's identical. It's made by a different company, I guess, but they're, or maybe they're made by the same company and sold through a couple different retailers. But it's identical to the trackline belt that I had, that was marketed and sold as a gun belt, by the way. And I had one for about 2 months before it broke, and you know, I know there's a lot of other internet gun experts out there who recommend the trackline belts, but I don't think they're anywhere near durable enough for concealed carry. They certainly do not hold the weight of a 1911, and that's really at the end of the day what did mine in, was holding up my Dan Wesson ECO, and that's not a very heavy gun, believe it or not. 29 ounces I think is what they weigh. Anyway, long story short, the buckle on my trackline broke after about 2 months, and I could send it back and have a new one put on, but ultimately I don't think that it's really reliable enough for a concealed carry belt. Not to mention, a little oversold, and the buckles are kind of uncomfortable. They have some sharp edges on them that will dig into your belly, and they're a pretty large buckle in the front, so you can't really effectively carry appendix very comfortably. So, a number of things that I did not like about the trackline, in addition to the fact that I thought it was a little bit on the floppy side. Now, this is what I switched to afterwards. Now, I'll tell you, I've had a couple other belts that I really liked. One was from Wright Leatherworks, but it was very large, very thick, and had an extremely large rolling style buckle on it. I didn't care for it. I still have that belt. It's a great belt. It will hold a firearm reliably, but at the end of the day, it's not the one that I choose. I've also had belts from companies that make nylon belts. One in particular from a company called Fullen Gear, spelled with a V. It's V-O-U-L-U-N-D, Gearworks, and they did a good job. That's a good belt, but it does look kind of tactical. I think you guys have probably seen that before on my channel. This is the one that I switched to, and I've been sticking with it ever since, and this one works great for me. Now, Magpul did a great job when they did these because they made them to look like a normal belt. When you look at the outside, what you see is very nicely stitched, tooled leather, and it looks really, really nice. This one I've had for about a year, and you can see the kind of wear and tear that mine's got on it. It's definitely gotten a lot more supple from about a year's worth of wear and tear. And I've been very happy with the quality and construction on it. What it does is it has this rubber backing on it that really sticks in place. And this can be both a good and a bad thing, because if you want to kind of shift the holster around on your belt, it's kind of hard to do because of the traction of this leather, the rubber. But at the end of the day, it works very, very well to hold everything nice and secure on your body. And you'll notice that this is an American-made belt. It's right there. It is handmade in Tejas by Magpul Industries Corp. Bullhide leather with reinforced polymer. And I like the fact that it's bullhide too, by the way. There's a lot of leather out there that's pigskin, and being that I don't touch pigs because they're unclean animals, I know exactly what this is made out of, and that's some comfort and peace of mind. Not to mention, bull leather is pretty tough stuff, so you know, short of going with shark skin or ray skin or elephant or something like that that's really, really tough, this is going to be one of the more durable hides that you can have a belt made out of, and it's not quite as stiff as something like rhino or elephant, but it's definitely going to be pretty good. By the way, you don't see a whole lot of rhino and elephant leather out there, but it's funny. I work in an industry where that kind of thing actually does exist, and you know, it's I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. This is good, sustainable stuff, though. You know, there's bull leather. It's readily available, and you don't have to kill an endangered species to get it. I have a size 42 belt. Now, my waist kind of varies between 36 and 38, depending on how much Mexican food I've had to eat that week. So, you know, this works for me. I'd have it typically cinched down to about the 4 position or 5 position on this particular one. You can see where it's stretched a little bit, but not a whole lot. And that's from like a whole year's worth of usage and having a big old giant gun hanging off of it. I'm usually carrying, like I said, either the ECO or a Ed Brown, either my Cobra carry or my Special Forces, or sorry, not Special Forces, my Alpha carry. So a 1911, generally speaking, and something that has a little bit of heft to it. It's not like I'm carrying like a Smith & Wesson Shield all the time that's super, super lightweight, or something along those lines. But this thing really has held up very, very well, and I cannot say enough good things about it. It's been an excellent belt. Very comfortable, very easy to use. It fits in most business attire. If you want to put this in, a nice workplace setting, this thing does not look like a tactical belt. Let me kind of cinch it down, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. When this thing goes together, it just looks like a normal belt. Your Magpul logos are covered up by the last little bit of the belt there, and it's like a normal belt. No one would ever know you're carrying a concealed carry belt. That's what I love about this belt, and every one that Magpul sells is pretty much like this. Now, they've got a couple of different types of belts. I know that they have one that's just this polymer. I think it's called, I don't know. Maybe it's called the El Dorado or something like that. Anyway, this is the El Original, and this is the one that I'm going to recommend because it does look so innocuous. It's very gray man without sacrificing any kind of utility, and ultimately that's kind of what I like. By the way, you can take this apart by using these little thumb screws that are in the back of it. I have lost these before, so be very aware that the little hardware that comes with it needs to be probably tightened every once in a while. This one here was actually pretty loose right there when I started to tighten that down. That will affect how tight your buckle is, and when I first got this, by the way, everything was very stiff on the buckle. This little attachment point here did not want to move around, and I kind of like that it did not make any noise. It was very nice, but it's kind of loosened up a little bit over time, and it does make a little bit of noise now, so you can't actually move that around. But fantastic, fantastic belts. And if you are looking to figure out what kind of belt do I want for concealed carry, and you don't know, and everybody's saying, well, just get a good belt for concealed carry and you're going to be perfectly fine, and you got no idea where to start, get one of these. It will save you a lot of money. They are expensive. They're going to cost about $65 to $75, but it's money well spent. Trust me on this. It will save you so much time and effort, and it's not going to break either. And by the way, Magpul's got great warranty service too. If it breaks, they'll replace it. I guarantee you. They're not going to leave you out in the wind. And although it's not quite as adjustable as something like a track line, I've found it to be perfectly comfortable. So I have had no issues with it whatsoever, not being able to adjust properly. I think you're going to be perfectly fine with this this particular belt. And like I said, I bought mine about 4 to 6 inches up in size, and I'm on the middle adjustment on this belt, and that's perfect for me. I really like that because I can cinch it down if I for some reason lose weight. Not like that's going to happen. Again, I enjoy Mexican food too much, but if I for some reason got to be a complete and total fat ass, I could actually adjust this out, and there you go. That's like burrito mode right there. Totally works. So hopefully this helps, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.